Dobre rano, everyone. Though I'm not presently there with you all, I am glad that I could participate in some capacities to this event. On behalf of FEAD, I first want to thank Zdeněk Orsak and Miloš Kucvat for this opportunity and for their continuous work alongside FEAD. The last few years have seen major goals and strategies taught by the European Union in terms of climate action, all in pursuit of becoming climate neutral by the 2050. Through the adoption of the circular economy, these goals have made one thing extremely visible. The waste sector is the mirror of the whole economy. Our sector now has the opportunity to become an indispensable partner in what is Europe's most ambitious plan to date. For this reason, we should not simply want to be seen. We need to be heard and we need to act. However, to act, we need investment security and legal certainty along with strong signals to drive the market. We need the right incentives to stimulate improvement and performance. That's where legislators and decision makers can make a difference. EU legislation needs to consider the realities of the market and the diversity of each member. It needs to allow our industry the time to adapt and put into place the ever-changing EU directions. We need a regulatory framework that is not only coherent, but also practical, fundamentally understandable, and easy to implement. The circular economy can work and will work. However, it will not function correctly without the waste management sector. We can see this with certain measures promoted by FEAD, such as the mandatory recycled content, which has set a milestone in the history of success of the circular economy in EU. The relevance of closing the loop is clearly shown in the new batteries regulation. That is the first one regulating the whole life cycle of the product, from the design, including mandatory recycling content, to the end of life stage, with collection and recycling targets. In fact, the waste management sector is not only the vanguard of circular economy, but also of climate protection in Europe. Recycling and recovery operations save material resources, energy, and CO2 emissions by avoiding the extraction, processing, and use of virgin raw materials and fossil fuels, and by directly capturing carbon in soils through compost and fertilizers. The electricity and heat produced from waste through incineration and anaerobic digestion is generated from a local, reliable and secure source, which allows for diversifying our energy supply and accelerates the rollout of renewable energy. Furthermore, FEAD also welcomes the promotion of CCUS technologies to support the EU climate targets. All CCUS technologies are necessary to achieve the EU climate targets. The captured CO2 can be used in different applications, such as greenhouses or in the manufacture of plastics. It is crucial that the waste sector does not stand by whilst the European Union adopts different measures in the name of the Green Deal. We must build with them, brick by brick, because the waste sector is the cement that binds the circular economy together. FEAD, as the voice of Europe's private resource and waste management industry, continuously aims to promote the circular economy. We want to supply the European economy with secondary raw materials and energy. For this, concerted and ambitious action is required to boost the uptake of secondary raw materials into the economy. FEAD wants to get the waste management sector into the minds of industrial decision makers. We also pledge to achieve a 75% target for the recycling of all waste in the EU by 2035. There is no black and white answer to these complex issues. We need to make sure that the different institutions understand the diversity of each member state and that they take this into account when imposing new rules and regulations. However, they will not be able to do so if we do not speak upon this on every occasion that we have. Today is one of these times. Let's use this opportunity to discuss and install a dialogue, not only about what our industry desperately needs, but also about what we can do for the European Union if we are given the right tools. Thank you, everybody, and have a great event.